Mm, mm, I'm all set. Hi, readers. It's Lori. Welcome back. I am so happy to have you today for a little bit of a book chat. You might notice I'm in a different location today. I am dog sitting for my youngest and her husband while they went away with my middle son and his wife to run a Spartan race, which they have done before. I don't know if my son-in-law has, Jesse has, but Matthew definitely has, and Mary has too. Megan has not, but they went to Dallas for the weekend to make sure that they could get that done. And yeah, apparently it was quite a time. They got sunburned. I think my son maybe hurt his foot, although he doesn't think it's broken. It was, yeah, but they're on their way back today. So I've been dog sitting since Friday afternoon and have enjoyed my grand dogs, Lily and Lady. Lily is the brown one in this photo, and Lady is the black and white one. And they have just been adorable and lovely and snuggly. And I've had just a relaxing weekend reading, binge watching TV, making myself some easy foods to eat. I ordered food in last night. Yeah, it's been a great time. So I'm feeling pretty refreshed and ready for the week ahead, hopefully. But I'm just coming back to you with the book chat about kind of what's happening currently and what I'm liking and what's around me. And so let's get started. What I'm currently reading, I started this a couple of days ago. This was a most anticipated read for me, Chandler Baker's Cutting Teeth. This is a new author to me, and Chandler Baker apparently has written a bit of horror already. And if you watch my anticipated reads, or maybe what I was planning to read this month, I think I probably talked about it, but it is a creepy little story about some creepy little preschoolers who are biting and drinking and craving blood. And their preschool teacher, something happens to her, which has just happened. So it is a combination of it's several perspectives from several moms, also some interviews from detectives who are interviewing the 4-year-olds, which is hilarious. So it has a tone of hilarity as well as a tone of creepiness. And yeah, I just really am enjoying it. So, but I'm not very far in. And I'll tell you why about that in a minute. And then I'm currently listening to one of the creature features that I had downloaded free from Kindle Unlimited. They came in both ebook and in audiobook form. And I've mostly been listening to them. They're novellas. So when you speed it up, they're super fast, they're about an hour or so. They'd probably be a little bit longer to read them. So the one I'm currently reading is also by Chandler Baker, which is called Big Bad, and I'm enjoying it so far. I think it'll be good. I'm just a little bit through that one. So I'll tell you more about those when I am doing a wrap up, but I'm hoping to finish. I downloaded 5 of them and I have finished 2 so far. Okay, my current coffee flavor in one of my favorite mugs that she has here, so I always use it when I come. This is a Ray Dunn mug. Has a little lid too to keep it hot, but I'm currently drinking a pumpkin pie spice K-cup that she had here and encouraged me to try, while also putting in a pumpkin spice creamer. So this was very decadent for me this morning. I don't often drink these kinds of flavored coffees in the morning, so I had already had my black no cream coffee when I got up. But then later I decided, why not just try a cup of this, because she had encouraged me and said they were really good. And it is really, really good. The creamer is full bodied creamer, which I usually have sugar-free creamer at my house, but I'll survive. I'll be okay. What am I currently watching? So, this is one of my favorite months of the year, and I watch a lot of really creepy stuff. I've watched it, the old one, the older version, and then I also watched the newer version, and I finished that one, and then I have not watched the part 2 or it 2 yet, but it's on my list. I've rewatched The Exorcist again. And yesterday, well, I started a couple of days ago, I think. I started The Fall of the House of Usher, which is a Mike Flanagan production. If you're not familiar, there are a number of series on Netflix that were produced and directed by, I think, Mike Flanagan, written, I think, too. The second one was The Haunting of Bly Manor, which I did like, but not as much as I liked The Haunting of Hill House. Then I watched Midnight Mass, which I enjoyed a lot. And then I just completed The Fall of the House of Usher. So I watched about 6 episodes of it yesterday. There's 8 in total. The Haunting of Hill House still remains my favorite, followed by this one, I think. But I also kind of want to rewatch Midnight Mass because it's been a while, but I really love that too. So this one and that one are probably tied for second or vying for second place. I want you to know, though, that The Fall of the House of Usher is very gory, very violent. It has suicide depictions. It has a lot of really sexual content, and it has some it's pretty intense. It's not too intense for me, but I will say it's probably pretty intense for most people. But I really did enjoy it. And what I enjoyed about it the most, without spoiling anything, is that it has a lot of Poe in it. So this does not follow the book that follow the House of Usher particularly. It actually brings in aspects of a number of Poe's works, and it is just so cleverly designed and written so that you really have this full-bodied experience of Poe. I have heard some people don't like it as much as I did, and I get that. It's not for everyone, for sure. But what I liked about it was the creative nature, and they're all very creative, and they don't necessarily follow the book that they were originally based on. The Haunting of Hill House definitely has some aspects that are similar, but a very different plot. So I like that he takes those liberties, but also that he includes some nods to the original work. And in this case, there were a lot of nods, and I just really enjoyed it. I really loved it. So that was a good way to spend my day. So I read a little bit, but I mostly binge watched TV and ordered food in for myself as a treat, although I had brought some food for myself, and just generally had a good quiet time. My granddogs are very, very quiet and well behaved while I watch TV. Speaking of dogs, we put our sweet Brianna on transport on Thursday, as you know, if you watched my short. And so she should be in the New England area now. I have not heard, but I've been away, so it's possible that somebody has just not informed me. But yeah, so that was hard. It was a hard morning for sure. It was a hard day. It was a hard day after. I mean, it's a grieving process for sure, but she was definitely a sweet, sweet girl, and she will be a great companion for somebody. And I think she ended up in New Hampshire, maybe. I can't remember, but anyway, she is she's always gonna have a part of our hearts because she was so sweet. What I'm sitting under is a piece of art that my partner made for Megan a few years ago, and it's one of my favorites that she's ever done. So that is nice, and that stays up all the time. But Megan has a lot of little cute Halloween things. And then I'm sitting next to and smelling the gloriousness of this bouquet of flowers that my son-in-law, I'm sure, brought to Megan. He brings a lot of flowers in. He arranges them himself as well. So he's got a talent for that for sure. But he always brings her flowers, and I think that's so, so sweet. So I'm enjoying them. Okay, what am I looking forward to? I'm looking forward to Nonfiction November for sure. I'm trying to settle on a TBR, which you know is flexible for me anyway, but I am trying to kind of look at my backlist as well as maybe something new that's coming out or something that I've just heard of, which is easy for nonfiction because the only nonfiction booktuber that I really watch regularly is a Book Olive, who is the host of Nonfiction November, and she has a lot of great nonfiction titles for you to choose from, and there are some prompts for that. So I'm going to go into that more in my Nonfiction November video that will come out very soon. I'm really gathering a lot of information and excited about several of those titles. Meanwhile, I'm also finding out if I don't want to purchase them, how can I read and listen to them? I will tell you that one of the things that's really saddened me is that Scribd has put limits on how many books you can have saved at one time. When I went to take my dogs and my cat to the vet, my veterinarian, I turned him onto Scribd as well a few years ago because he listens to audiobooks as he drives. He drives quite a ways to get to his clinic now because he moved. And it was one of the first things he said was, look at what happened with Scribd. I'm so angry about this. And I am really sad about it too. I mean, I guess I get it because they have to make money, but I am waiting. I'm anticipating that there will be an upgrade for you to be able to save more. I don't need to save more. I guess, needed to know. In fact, I ended up taking some off my save list because I realized that it was ridiculously huge and I wasn't necessarily going to listen to all of those. Both Megan and I, who share Scribd, were very disappointed in hearing that. So there's a couple of books I've been wanting to listen to this month that I haven't been able to yet because I haven't had access to the audiobook. Oh, I did start on ebook. That reminds me, from Kindle Unlimited as well, Delicate Condition, which I have talked about before. This one is by, let me tell you who it's by because now I've forgotten, Danielle Valentine. And that one is a bit of I said it has some Rosemary's Baby vibes. I don't know yet, quite frankly, if it does. I just started it on Kindle because I can't get the audio version from Scribd until I think the 24th. So a couple days from now that I'm filming this. But yeah, it's very unfortunate that they put limits on Scribd. And I don't think I got a notification that they were limiting Scribd either. So that would have been nice. Quite frankly, I could have sort of processed my sort of grief about this slowly. But nevertheless, I'm fine. Everything's fine. Everybody will be fine. So I'm looking forward to Nonfiction November. I'm also looking forward to Historathon, which is put on by Lindsay at Lindsay's Little Library, not Lindsay's Free Little Library, Lindsay's Little Library, and then also Amanda at On the Middle Shelf and Gloria at Gloria Z. Thompson. I'm only going to read maybe one or two historical fictions this month, but there's one, as you saw in a previous video, that I'm going to really focus on. So I have a good idea of what is in store for me should I choose something else on that list. I'm also looking forward to, I really, really am, and I'm kind of not looking forward to, my library sale is coming up. So my library does a book sale each year. Most libraries do, I think, and they obviously put out books that they're taking off the shelves in the book sale, but also patrons of the library donate books for them to sell all year long. They have a room where they keep the books that they've had donated in this little room. So they're always on sale in that little room. And I take advantage of that almost every time I go in there. This particular book sale is bigger and more involved, and it's going to last. It started yesterday. I couldn't go, but it's going to last all week. So make bets on how many times I go, I guess, to the library book sale, and I'll tell you how many it ended up being at the end. But I love those, and they're cheap books, and they're usually in really good shape. So my haul might be incredibly large this month, and I really hoped it wouldn't be. And then I had skipped my book of the month, and I was so proud of myself, and then I ended up unskipping it. Oh gosh, there's one more I totally forgot that I'm reading, and that is Accidental Magic by Iris Beaglehole. That name is really unique, isn't it? I wonder if that's a pen name, but I can't seem to locate any information that says that it is. Iris Beaglehole is a new author to me as well, and Accidental Magic was something that I had seen in passing, and then my Patreon group, we have a Discord conversation about a variety of things, and somebody had mentioned Accidental Magic, and then I responded and said, Oh, was just looking at that and it was interesting to me. So she asked if I wanted to buddy read it with her and I said, sure. So we started on the 18th and I'm not too far into that yet either, nor is she. Her name is Andrea. And then there's another girl that's buddy reading with us too. It's on Kindle and I think it's going to be good. It's also on Kindle Unlimited. I've been really taking advantage of Kindle Unlimited lately, and guess what that's doing? It's keeping me from reading the Kindle titles that I've purchased. And let me just say, I've hauled a number of Kindle titles this month too, because there were a number of books that I wanted to read or have to reread on sale during the month of October during Prime reading time. Between Prime reading and the library book sale, yeah, my haul is pretty significant. So what's ironic about this too is I'm in one of the most haunted cities in the US and I did nothing last night that, I mean, I just went out and let the dogs out. I mean, I just did nothing and nothing happened. No strange noises, no, ghosties, no nothing. Even though I watched a scary show, nothing crazy happened. So thanks for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this book chat. I hope you had a nice cup of coffee or something that you love with you as you watched it. And as always, happy reading. Bye.